Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Montreal Canadiens series. We're here on March 1st, 2020. We just finished with the trade deadline, and in the last episode, I forgot to show you the trades that happened in the trade deadline, so I'm going to show you this really quickly. So let's go all the way to the bottom. I think it has all of the February trades. So the first trade that happened in February was on February 1st. We traded Charlie Lindgren and a fourth to Minnesota, to get the 2023rd. So we basically moved up one full round, trading Lindgren. And then Zdeno Chara, I guess he was playing on New Jersey. And Anaheim acquired Chara from New Jersey and Blake Coleman, for 2021 first round pick and Mitchell Teal. Seems to be a prospect. Matt Nieto and Mark Barberio were traded by Colorado to Boston, and Colorado acquired a 2020 third round pick and a 2020 fourth round pick. So basically, Boston is adding some depth pieces there. This is a pretty big one here. Vancouver traded Tanev, a third pick in 2021 and a fourth round pick in 2021 to the Winnipeg Jets, and then the Jets traded a first round pick in 2020 and a sixth round pick. So Tanev was traded to Winnipeg, so that bolsters their defense. TJ Brodie was traded from Calgary to Toronto alongside Ben Sherratt, and Calgary acquired a 2021 first round pick and a 2020 second round pick, so that's a pretty big trade. Bieksa, I guess, was playing for San Jose Sharks, and the Capitals acquired him, Kevin Bieksa, alongside Aaron Dell for a second round pick and a fifth round pick. Emelin, a sixth round pick and a second round pick were acquired by Buffalo, and Edmonton acquired a first round pick from Buffalo. Jay Bouwmeester was playing on New Jersey, and he was acquired by Winnipeg, and New Jersey acquired Sami Nico, a prospect. He was actually on the block, and I think he was offered to us earlier during the season, and a fourth round pick. And then Harold Hapscheid and a 2021 second round pick were traded from Toronto to Detroit for a 2021 second round pick. Philip Roenick and then Oscar Lindbergh, I believe, from Detroit. Travis Hamonic was traded. So it looks like Calgary is trading basically all their defensemen. Hamonic and I think it was Brodie, right? Yeah. So Hamonic was traded to Buffalo for a 2021 second round pick, a 2021 second round pick. So two 2021 second round picks, and then a couple other picks, it seems like. We traded to Edmonton. We acquired from Edmonton Matt Benning for Carter Rowney, Volchenkov, and a fourth round pick. And then we traded De La Rose for a fifth round pick. And lastly, Chris Stewart was traded from Calgary to Washington for a fourth round pick in 2020. So those were the trades that happened in the trade deadline. We are sitting in a playoff position right now with 73 points. We're 2 points ahead of Detroit, that have the wild card spot there, but we have to continue winning, guys. So let's just do a little bit of simulating here. We're gonna do a couple weeks at a time. I don't want to simulate too much, especially because we're in the crunch time here of the season. So let's simulate all the way up to this Friday game, I think, against the Vancouver Canucks, and see if we can continue to win. So we have 2 games and 2 nights there. We're going to have Valiev is available to be playing in this game, but we're not going to add him to the lineup yet. Multiple players are eligible to be dressed, so I'm just going to do that actually quickly. And I'll just do the lineups quick, and I'll bring you guys back, so give me a second. Alright, so I made the changes to the AHL team, and we're continuing to simulate. We've lost 3 games in a row there, but we answered back with a shootout win against the Florida Panthers. So we lost 2-0 against Buffalo there. They're basically our direct rivals, so not what I wanted to see. We lose against the Nashville Predators 3-2, and then we had also lost against the Caps 2-1 in a shootout. So let's see their positioning here in the standings. I just want to make sure that we are still in a playoff position. We currently are, but Toronto has, I think they have the same amount of points, but they've played one more game. So I believe right now we're in a Western Conference trip. Yeah, We're going into a Western Conference trip, so I want to simulate this game against Vancouver. I'm going to do an in-game simulation and see how we do here. So I saw that Elias Pettersson's actually playing on the Vancouver Canucks, which is good. It's pretty realistic. Seems like he's going to be starting the season, at least this season, the 2018-19 season, with the Vancouver Canucks if he has a good training camp. Let's just simulate here, guys. First period, we're winning 1-0. Andrew Shaw scores on Demko. Second period, 11-7 the shots. We are dominating them so far. Let's have another good second period here. And we don't. Horvat and Eriksson score on Price. Not what I wanted to see, guys. We're going to do the in-game simulation here right now. Let's see if we can come back. 29-20 the shots. We're completely dominating them, but we need to score. And Charles Hudon scores. 2-2 going in, 5 minutes left in the third period. Can someone score? We're going to go to overtime. Come on, guys. Someone step up here. And we're going to go to overtime, so let's keep going here. 2 minutes. Someone going to score for us, or are we going to go to a shootout? Okay, we're going to go to a shootout, guys. And we lose in a shootout. Elias Pettersson scores on Price. We still pick up a point. Let's take a look at the 3 stars really quickly. Demko with 32 saves, 1.85 goals against average, and 0.941 save percentage. Hudon and Shaw each picked up 2 points. It looks like our fourth line actually stepped up there, but we need more from our first line. Jeff Petrie has actually been injured with back spasms, and he will be back on March 20th. So guys, I need to make some changes here because we're in a very difficult position here trying to make the playoffs. And actually I'm going to move Benning up here, and I don't want to do any changes that may impact our roster because we need to win as many games as possible. We're in a playoff battle right now, and I don't want to bring the wrong player or anything like that. So we have a loss. We picked up a loss against Vancouver. We pick up another loss against San Jose, but Petrie's actually available again, so I'm going to bring him back right now. Sorry about that. And yeah, we'll bring him up here. Benning can go down again. And then I might bring Benning up to the second line and then have Juleson and Mete as the third pairing there. But yeah, we need Petrie. And we lose again, guys. Are you kidding me? So things need to be shaken up there, it seems like. Not only in our defense, but even in our offense. So I may look to switch up some lines. We're not doing as good as I wanted to, but I just taking a look here at the draft, and I just scouted a couple of these players. So we have 3 top fours actually. Not exactly what I wanted to see. I want some elite players, hopefully, that we can find. I found this elite goalie, Scavello, which seems to be a gem according to our scouts. He probably doesn't have the potential, but he seems to be a good player. And we've lost 4 games in a row. 3 in regulation and 1 in overtime. So let's see where we're standing in the standings right now. We're actually outside the playoff position right now. Not doing as good as I wanted to. Let's see. Let me just take a look at the lines right now. What can I do? I may bring up Drouin and then play Domi as a center. I want to see his face-offs. He has 78 face-offs, so I think I'm going to do that. Have Drouin, Sagan, and Gallagher as our first line. And then, let me see. I may have to bring up, I think it may be time to bring Kotkaniemi up. Let's see, 38. He only has 43 points in 62 games, so not exactly where I want to see him at right now. I think these guys will need to be called up maybe next year and have full-time positions in the NHL. But let's see. We have made 1 change. Let me see actually the power play. Maybe we can make a change there. Special teams. Maybe if I put Petrie here on the one-timer for him. And then Clefbaum, Mete. So yeah, Clefbaum will be one-timer here. I think this may work if we put Petrie on the first power play. Obviously, losing Weber is a big loss, but I think what's his name? Clefbaum can do the job, but maybe if he plays second line power play. So now that we've made a little change, let's see. We're on a power play right now, so can we score? I'm just gonna simulate the first period. Actually, it's gonna take too long. 0-0, 8-7 the shots. Simulate the second period. 2-1, so we're losing right now. Jamie McGinn and Dano and Jankowski, score on Price, and Dano scores on Mike Smith. Let's get into the third period. Can we come back again? Last game that I did the in-game simulation, we actually came back in the third period, but we give them a 5-on-3, guys. Are you kidding me? And Jankowski scores. Then we take another penalty. Not what I want to see from these guys. 3-2. Juleson scores on Smith. Can we score one more? We don't. James Neal scores on Price, and the game is over. So another loss for us, guys. Tried making some changes. It's not working, but I think I'm gonna have to call up Jesperi Kotkaniemi. We need something. We need a spark. Maybe a young player coming up may bring the spark here. So let's bring Kotkaniemi up. And I'm going to do best lines for the AHL. And I'm going to bring Kotkaniemi into our fourth line potentially, or even our third maybe. Now, you know what? I'm going to take Shaw out. And then put Kotkaniemi in our fourth line with Udon and Rodriguez. And then we are going to in-game simulate the next game as well. I just want to monitor how our team is doing. We're 2-6-2 in the last 10. Not where we wanted to sit. Let me see. We're oh my goodness, we're 7 points behind the playoff position. The New York Rangers actually have the other wild card with 83. So we may be able to catch them for that position, but we need to start winning games, guys. So let's go. I think it's a Saturday night game against the Buffalo Sabres, and we're already losing 1-0. Sam Reinhart on Price. So similar to the first period, 3-2. So a lot of goals scored. Bobrovsky's actually on Buffalo. Sherbeck scores on Bobrovsky, and Gallagher scores on Bobrovsky, and then Eichel had the other goal. And Sam Reinhart has 2 goals. So let's simulate the second period. We need to come back here. We don't. Another goal scored on Price. So Price is actually not playing as good as I was expecting him to play. Gets scored again on Jeff Skinner. 5-2 for the Buffalo Sabres. Not what I wanted to see, guys. Looks like we're going to lose another game. And we actually lose this game at home. So I may bring up Calvin Pickard and see how good he does. Price is not doing the job right now, so let me just see what the calendar shows. I'm going to leave Price for this game, and then I'm going to give the other game for Calvin Pickard against Boston. Against Ottawa. So let me just make sure that Price will be in net. Our status is a contender, and we may not even make the playoffs right now, so come on, Price, we need you to step up here. So we'll give this game to Price, like I was saying. We're going to do in-game simulation again. Boston is 5-5 in the last 10, so not the greatest. We're not doing the greatest either. But Pasternak scores again on Price 12 seconds in. Are you kidding me? 2-0. Nordstrom scores on Price. Let's go. Second period. We need to come back here. 3-0. We are completely choking here, guys. Are you kidding me? 27-26 of shots, and we're getting killed. Who is in net for Boston? Is it Rask? But we just can't get the job done here. 5 minutes to go. We're just going to lose this game again. We got shot out. And extremely disappointed, guys. Extremely disappointing. 35, 32, and 9. We're 8-1 in the last 10. This is terrible. I think I'm going to go back to the lines that we had before, because Durant and Sagan don't seem to be playing too well right now together. I'm going to leave Kotkaniemi again, but this doesn't seem to be working. So we're going to simulate in-game simulate here for this game. 76 points in 76 games for Sagan. He's doing good, but he was actually over a point per game before we put what's his name on his line, Durant on his line. So let's go. Let's simulate this first period. 2-1. Price is still in net. I maybe should have taken him off. He's still choking over here. Second period, we come back. Evan Rodriguez scores. We are actually tied. We need to actually win this game, guys. Let's stop taking penalties. Are you kidding me? 30-21 the shots. So Price is actually doing pretty good, but our offense needs to wake up here. Come on, I want more than 23 shots here. Come on. Can we score in the last 5? Can someone step up, please? 27 shots. We're going to overtime. Let's keep going here. Can someone step up in OT? Nothing. We're going to go to a shootout again, and we lose again. So Price completely chokes again. Embarrassing. We're going to go with Picard now from now on. If Picard can't win, then we're going to go back to Price, but we're going to just ride the hot hand here. Price has lost, like, I don't even know how many games in a row. Probably like 6 or 7 games in a row. So we're going to give the reins to Picard right now and see how good, if he can actually get the job done. Let's see here. Okay, the game against Tampa Bay. Let's simulate this game. We're 1-7-2. That's embarrassing. First period, we're actually winning. Lehkonen and Armia score. Price is in net. I just put Picard. You guys saw me put Picard. Are you kidding me? But anyways, we're winning. Second period, still 2-1, and then we're gonna do the in-game simulation here. 2-2. Stamkos scores on Price. We have a power play. Can we score? And Tampa Bay scores. Are you kidding me? What a choke fest. What a choke fest. Brett Conley scores, and we choke once again. This is embarrassing. Where are we sitting? 80 points. We're 9 points away from a playoffs. 7 points. Wait, no. Yeah, we're 9 and 8 points away from a playoff spot. So I'm just gonna simulate until the last game of the season. Maybe if I do maybe not the last. Yeah, 2 last games of the season. Maybe if I do this fast simulation, we may start winning games. I don't know. No, doesn't change anything. We win against Carolina, but we're out of the playoff spot. We can't even. Yeah, I'm just going to simulate to the last game of the season. We're completely out of the playoffs. Oh, look, we have 2 more wins now, but I think we're completely out now. We're not going to make it. Yeah. We're definitely not making it. Yeah, okay. So 79 points for Sagan. I'm going to send down Kotkaniemi. I don't think he's done anything too impressing here. Sorry, not Australia. Kotkaniemi here. 1 assist. We'll just bring him down. And then put him in the AHL. Best lines for Montreal. And we will just quickly simulate the last game of the season, and that is incredible, guys. I can't believe we actually choked that bad. We were not comfortably, but pretty comfortably in a playoff position right before or right after the trade deadline, and we just choke so hard. Now we're basically winning games now, 3-0 against the Islanders, but that doesn't matter. What a choke fest. Like, that was incredible. 38, 34, and 10. We finished the season with 86 points. At least we may have a decent draft pick here this season. But this season was a season that we actually had to qualify for the playoffs. Last year I would have been okay with missing the playoffs, but then we made it. And then this year, when I was actually expecting us to make it into the playoffs, especially after having Tyler Seguin and signing him, we completely choke. But anyways, guys, I'm just going to take a look here at the points getters. 81 points for Seguin. Gallagher had 66. Domi 58. Durant had 46. Dano 44. Sherbeck 39. Klefbom 39, so not as good as I was expecting him to do. Lehkonen 38, Armia 37, 33. Tatar's a player that we're going to be looking to trade this year. Petrie 26, Udon 25, Desprez. You guys see all of these players here. Mete, Shaw. Shaw's another player I would like to trade. Benning I would like to bring back. Juleson, Riley, Osterley. So I'm definitely looking for some growth from Juleson and Mete for sure. I just want to take a look quickly at Weber's stats. So Weber had 34 points. He's still at 86 overall, so he hasn't dropped, but he's only played 72 games, so it looks like he was injured. So 34 points, 14 goals. I want to make sure that I know how many points Klefbom had. So Klefbom had 39, so 5 more points, but he played I think 20 more games. Let me see here. No, 12 more games. So 5 more points and 12 more games. So they basically did the same point-wise at least, but who knows how they would have done as far as like if we would have kept Weber, if we would have choked or not. But yeah, we completely choked with Klefbom, so that's a fact there. We would have never known how we would have done with Klefbom. But yeah, I just want to take a look at the AHL lines. I know I brought back Kotkaniemi, but I don't know if he's been playing. He hasn't, so I'm going to do the lines again here. Bring this guy here. Take weight. I'm just gonna actually do the lines myself, guys, and I'll bring you guys back once that's done. So give me a couple seconds here. Alright guys, so I brought back Kotkaniemi here, and I'm just gonna simulate all the way up to the draft. I want to know what our draft position will be. It looks like we're for sure in the playoff position. Let me see quickly. Yeah, Laval Rocket. We have for sure made it into the playoffs, it seems like. So I'm just going to simulate the end of the season in the AHL and the playoffs. Hopefully we can go far there. And then after that, we should be able to find out our draft positioning closer to at least the month of June or something. So it looks like we're losing again, or the Rockets losing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses in a row, but then we ended up winning the last game of the season against San Antonio. So let me just back out of here really quickly. And it looks like my game has frozen. Are you kidding me? So the game obviously crashed on me. What I wanted to show you quickly was the playoff tree. Obviously, we're not in the playoff, but I just wanted to show you the playoff tree. So Carolina's playing Pittsburgh. The Caps are playing Detroit. Toronto's playing Tampa Bay. And then Buffalo's playing Columbus in the Eastern Conference. And then in the West, it's St. Louis, Winnipeg, Minnesota, Chicago, Edmonton, the Ducks, and then Phoenix or Arizona against the Preds. So that's the league there, the playoffs, I mean. And then we are going to go into the calendar here. Hopefully the game doesn't freeze. It's like kind of scaring me a little bit. It's super slow. Okay, so it actually saved everything, auto saved, which is good. Let me go a few weeks up to the 30th, and then it looks like we're playing the Toronto Marlies. So this is a 5-game series, I believe. So we win, we lose. Okay, it's 2-1. We win in overtime, and it's going to Game 7. But Nick Suzuki has been injured with a broken nose, so we need to replace him. And we are going to bring Nick Delorier up to here. Corey Traub can come up here, and then honestly, since this is a playoff game, I might bring down our young player there. I don't remember what his name is, to the 4th line potentially. No, I'm gonna put Vejdemo here, Glebov, and Barol. Okay, so this is Game 7 here, guys. So we need to win the next game, and we lose in overtime. So their season's done for both teams now. The Rocket can get it done, so we may as well just go all the way up to June 1st. I think we should know our draft positioning here and Suzuki came back like literally days after we got eliminated. But anyways, what I was saying was that we should find out our draft positioning very soon here. Central Scouting has released the picks here, and actually it doesn't look like we've scouted these guys enough. So let me just go back and scout the SHL some more, and then Russia as well, Liga as well potentially. Where's this guy from? Extra Liga. So I'm gonna go to Extra Liga and look for this guy, Gabriel White. Looks like wait, let me see if I can actually scout him from here, and then I want to look at his potential. Yeah, so let's do that actually right now. This is a guy that actually interests me a lot because, you know, he's a defenseman and he has the potential elite. Obviously, he doesn't have too many bars there. Look at this guy, Francisco Vanderbushi, and then Jonas Boll are actually elite for sure. So we're gonna take a look at those guys. Look at this guy as well, Van Riemsdyk. I can't scout him for some reason, but yeah, I just want to find out where our draft positioning is. Hopefully we can win the lottery or be top 5 or top 3. That would be ideal in my opinion. We still haven't found out where exactly we're going to be picking. Maybe at the beginning of June, I think it usually is, right after the season. The playoffs have ended. Minnesota Wild win the Stanley Cup, and then the Utica Comets win the AHL Cup, or the Calder Cup, I mean. So let me just take a quick look here at the draft. Let me go back to the Montreal here. Okay, so assigned scouts, actually. We're going to take a quick look at some of these guys here. I want to scout specific players, all the guys that are in the AHL. Okay, so the AHL doesn't have too much going, actually. The scouting rank is 76, so actually I'm going to leave it the way it is for the OHL. The Q, potentially, let me see, scout specific players. Yeah, Lafreniere, we know that guy. Brodeur, we also know him. Barron, though, want to look at his potential for sure. I think he's the one. He's compared to Pietrangelo. Did we know his potential? Yeah, medium top 4, so we do know his potential, but that's okay. Who else? What is this guy? Top 6, I'm not what I wanted. What about this guy, Bergeron? AHL top. So maybe we can take a look at this guy as well for potential comparison. What about this guy? No, okay. Alright, so that's it. Hilbert, maybe. I just want to have as many defensemen scouted because this is a big draft for defensemen, as I was telling you guys earlier. So defensemen are going to be heavily scouted for this draft. AHL top 2. Let me just scout him just in case. And then, do we know this guys? No, we don't. So there's not too many defensemen here in the Canadian leagues, it seems like. Extra Liga, though. Let me find some specific players here. Urchino we've scouted. I don't think we've scouted this man right here, though. Yeah, Gabriel White. This is the guy that I was trying to look at. Potential and comparison. We'll look at this guy as well. We don't know his potential. This guy as well. Why not? This guy as well. Hosa as well. And then this guy as well. And then this guy, just to end it off. Okay, perfect. So we scouted these guys in the Extra Liga. SHL. Scout specific players as well. Let's see anybody that we don't have their full on potential. We'll find this guy as well, full potential. This guy as well, full potential. Full potential for this one too, and this one as well. So I'm kind of getting the hang of how the scouting works. This takes a little bit of time to figure it out, but once you do, it's pretty easy. Alright, so that's that. Let's continue here. We've done the SHL, La Liga now. And then we'll do the DEL as well. So Ortio, we have his full potential. Can we look for something else? Skill assessment maybe? Yeah, skill assessment for these guys. More potential for these guys. Potential for this man as well. This man as well. This guy too. This guy as well. This guy too. Alright, perfect. I think that's it. This one, last one here. Okay, perfect. So we've done the Liga as well. Now the DEL. Scout specific players. Skill assessment, because we know his potential here. We know all these guys' potential. This goalie, let's just put his potential. This guy as well, and then this guy as well. Perfect. Alright, that's it. That should be good for the draft, I think. And we will just do the simulating now, all the way up to the draft. So, or should we? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's just simulate a day before the draft. And then that'll be it. So the salary, new salary cap, the maximum salary cap will be 86.47. So that's good news. That's good news. We're gonna need to re-sign some players, so that's good news there. I just want to know where the draft positioning is going to be released here, and there it is. Okay, so Philadelphia's top 1, Ottawa top 2, Vegas 3, Vancouver 4, New York Islanders 5th, Florida 6th, Calgary 7th, San Jose 8th. LA 9th. We are picking 10th overall. Not the greatest, but top 10 is still good. Colorado, Calgary, New York Rangers, Dallas, and New Jersey. Perfect. Central Scouting has released their picks there. So we basically have a lot of these guys scouted now fully. We still don't know this man's potential though. So is there any way we can fully find out his potential? Like, I've been trying to find out his potential for a while here. So Calle Erickson, we need that guy's potential to be elite. Maybe we can maybe look for him to draft him. If not, or hope that Ortio falls, because we know that he's for sure elite. And then I think that's it. We need a defenseman, like I'm saying, so we're gonna pick a defenseman. I don't want to pick any of these guys. So if Ortio is actually supposed to go 6th overall, so if you can move up, trade maybe our first round pick and a player to move up, or first and a second to move up, that would be ideal to maybe pick up Ortio or Erickson, Calle Erickson. Those are basically just my plans that I have here for the entry draft. So let's take a look at the retired players. Hossa has retired, Spezza has retired, Cullen, Chris Kunitz, Gionta, Jokinen, Erat, Joel Ward, Tuomo Ruutu, I guess, was still playing. I didn't even know. And then let's take a look at the goalies quickly here and see if any good goalies have retired. Antti Niemi retired. We didn't sign him. Nicholas Backstrom, Peter Budaj. So not the best players that retired there, but I think I'm going to end the video here, guys. We're one day before the draft, as I said, and our plan is potentially to trade our first round pick if we are not able to draft Ortio, I think, or that Swedish one. I think his name was Jali Carlson or something like that. But we're completely looking for a elite defenseman in the draft. So this season was extremely disappointed once again. We choked right after this whole episode. It was a basic choke, massive choke from the AHL and the NHL specifically. We were sitting in a pretty comfortable position to get into the playoffs, but we just lost it. So pretty disappointed, but we'll just have to try harder in the next episode, try to rebuild better, obviously. And the draft is actually going to be a very big episode, because we're potentially going to try to trade some of our older players that are on expiring contracts and try to bring some young blood into our lineup. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video.